have two poems for you guys today. The first one I wrote when I had a bout of nostalgia and was kind of thinking about how as we grow older we gain all this wisdom and knowledge, but I think we leave behind a lot of the dreams and inspiration that we had when we were younger, when we thought that nothing was impossible. So this one's called What Our Dreams Were Made Of. I remember a time when life seemed so simple. Everything was beautiful. We felt invincible. We were born on the wings of dreams, soaring through the stars, the wind whispering its adventures into our ears, calling us, beckoning us to let our imaginations run wild, with God's creation as our inspiration. I remember a time when friends were made in sandy boxes with shared shovels and rainbow buckets, and by the monkey bars, resilient with blistering palms, and by rolling down sloping hills with nothing to worry us but grass in our hair and our sun-kissed cheeks. We found magic in the earth, in every sound, every taste, every touch. The world was our canvas, creating paintings with our minds, sharing visions and signs with the friends we made last time on the dusty playgrounds of our hearts, kindred spirits searching for the light to keep our dreams burning bright, with nothing in sight but a wide sky and an empty road, stretching for miles towards destinations unknown. What happened to them? What happened to us? What happened to the bright eyes, wide and curious? When did the earth become a breeding ground for chaos, rather than an artist's paradise? When did time become our enemy, instead of a motivation to learn, to grow, to cherish? When did the external become so eternal that we forgot to nurture the internal? As if growing a few inches, a few years gives us license to bring tears to our souls as they cry out against the untold conflicts we inflict upon others and ourselves. Fitting in became a process. We shelved the parts of us that we thought were too damaged, too complicated to be shared with the world, as if being one-dimensional afforded us the clarity and complexity to be truly happy with who we were. We were told that fitting the mold is what would bring us closer to our goals. And so we tried. We tried to obtain money, love, success, happiness. Slowly, we lost our youthful innocence. We lost parts of ourselves, the parts that gave us the desire to live, to truly live, the parts that made us feel the soft touch of a windy caress, feel the magic at our fingertips, with every exhilarating burst of clarity, of all the world's wonders and untold stories, an enlightenment we used to crave to our very core when we were young. Our minds minted with majesty. We lost the passion, the intrigue, the mystery. We forgot what it was like to live without certainty. Our maturity robbed us of our ability to be amazed by subtlety. We sought to be happy, not realizing we were walking further away from a serenity that was ours from the beginning. And to find what's worth living for, all we had to do was close our eyes, realize the dreams we misplaced are the ones that will retrieve us from our own self-constructed prisons and set our lost spirits free. Thank you. Thank you. I have one more for you guys, and then we'll probably return to music, so sit tight. This one is based on true life events, but they happened like 10 or so years ago, so I was about like 12 or 13. My sister was about 4 or 5. And even though it's based on true life events, the actual poem is more of a response to how I've thought about these things for the last 10 years and how my perspectives have changed. This one's called Shackled Minds. The door slammed shut with conviction. My little sister walked in, her eyebrows furrowed, constricted. "What's wrong?" I asked. She shook her head, held tears back. Fists clenched tight, she opened her mouth to say, "A girl told me I was ugly today, that my skin was dark and hers was light. She said I was ugly." The uttered words hung in the air like chilled breath frosting the night. My body raced to catch my mind as incoherent thoughts struggled to become whole. What do I say? To my sister barely past toddlerhood, what do I say? Do I tell her the other girl was wrong, that she did not know what the real world was like? Do I tell her that it gets better, that she should be patient and kind? Do I lie and tell her all these things? Do I delude her from the reality that this world brings? Because the truth is, in that moment, all I wanted to say was that this life was full of people trying to tell you wrong from right. This life, so beautiful and full of magic, brought with it tragic hatred. People say it doesn't matter if you're white, brown, or black. The 21st century meant equality back on track. But everywhere I look, McCarthyism stares back. People forming opinions with limited evidence, accusing, victimizing, stigmatizing, not realizing the vicious cycle of cause and effect, tunneling holes deeper and deeper, generation after generation digging their own graves while others rise up above the fold on the backs of poverty and discrimination. Do I tell her that it's not just about race, religion, gender, sexuality? There's no end to the pace at which we demonize our fellow humans, not realizing our salvation is in our kindness. Do I tell her that because she's a woman, her worth is judged by what she wears, by the symmetry of her face, by the price tag placed on her by men, that she will earn less but work harder, struggling to be what society wants her to be, a perfect wife, a perfect worker, a perfect mother? Do I tell her that people assume based on religion that the words Muslim and feminist are paradoxical according to popular opinion, that she will be judged harshly because a minority ruined the majority, painting an incorrect picture, fueling lies, feeding hatred undisguised? People can often be so deceptive. A kind face could be a mask for a mind held captive, shackled by archaic ideologies. But as these thoughts race through my mind, fanning the flames of my anger towards mankind, all this torture, all the unnecessary pain, I realize what I should tell her. My baby sister, uncorrupted and unsullied by the grime of the earth. The little girl who insulted her was a victim too, a product of a society that places value on the external, a society that scorned diversity. The way forward was to challenge, to disprove, to discuss, to break down the walls that barricaded us, the walls that constrained and contained us. Because life is full of people telling you what to do, who to be, who to love. Just live your life and lead the way. Show them it's not about the color of your skin, your genetic makeup, or even how you pray. Find meaning or direction in the ripples of the smallest drop in a vast, vast ocean. And then maybe, just maybe, we can change the world too. Because little things make all the difference. And it all starts with you. Thank you very much.